Why is business so important? That is the question that we are posing today. This channel, as you know, is about building your own personal MBA without having to go to college to learn all of it and all of its intricacies. So, for a lot of people, business is the top echelon, the best thing that you should go to college for. You might be wondering, in the world, there seems to be this business boom. We're ever talking about how to make money, how to start their own business. Why business? That's the question. Why business? Why the thing? Well, the main reason obviously is money. Now, obviously, you go into any trade or any career looking to make money and find something fulfilling and lifelong. But the thing is that business is a bit different because business is a bit like taking a peek under the rug, looking behind the curtain. There is business school. Business school, I have said many times, is not recommendable. It costs you a lot of money. It takes up a lot of your time. And frankly, in the new era of the new rich, it's not needed at all. If you learn business, that will unlock a whole world of skills and trades for you to learn and know. It teaches you so much about life. Learning about business is like having a map of life to where all the things that are important, not important. Because business is not just in one area, it's not just one career. You really are looking at, like I said, a peek behind the curtain because business affects everything on this map. If you are a young person in 2025 and you're just now getting started in life, or no matter where you are in life, learning about business, everyone who learns about business understands how life works now. And it is like a guide to guide you through all of the scary obstacles around the bad ones to the good ones and to get you to the goal. You can take many different paths, but they all lead you to money. And as I said before, it is not just about making money. In learning business, you will understand so much about what the world has to offer. As I said, we have a list right here. Finance is going to teach you how to obviously make money, but more so how businesses work. And if you can understand how businesses work, then obviously you would just naturally make more money, right? It doesn't make sense to understand how the game is played very well and not play it well. Of course, you could be bad at the game, but that's the thing where if you really take this seriously, you build your own personal MBA, maximize it, then you can't help but win the game because you know all the rules. Sales is obviously a part of business. And so when learning it, you will get an invaluable skill that you can take anywhere. It's like the guy who, everyone lives in houses, but the guy who knows how to build houses will always have somewhere to live. Or this is more so back in the day where, let's say, there's a man who makes houses. He's always going to know how to make houses. Or the man who's a chef will always be fed. Obviously, if he's a farmer. But it's these things about understanding these fundamental things about life. Now, the best part about those two analogies that I just gave is that business actually encapsulates both of them. Because building houses is a business. And if that guy who makes houses can't sell the houses to anybody, or he can't find any potential prospects, he's not going to make any money. That's why business is what makes the world go round. Not even in a greedy sort of way. It's just something that's intrinsic in human beings. Which brings us to our next point, negotiation. Where human beings, business aside, they negotiate. So if two people are having a disagreement or people are having a marriage, that is negotiation. Okay, you receive something, I receive something else. That is simply negotiation. And it's a very universal, it's built into us as humans, as a society. So that's why business it's so intrinsic in human beings. And it's not just an abstract concept like cooking or housemaking. Speaking skills, which is going to connect you to sales, you're just naturally going to become a better speaker. Because in business, which is selling things, you can't have business without selling things, you're going to need to articulate yourself very well and very precisely in order to sell things to certain people. You're also going to have to change your pitch, change your tone to different types of people, different audiences, and who you really relate to. Problem solving is another one, another human being concept, where people just naturally are into solving problems. Self-understanding. This is, I would say, one of the most rewarding parts of getting into business is that you not only understand the world around you understand yourself much better. Countless times I've been looking at a business that I'm doing or a business of someone else to look at them and try to replicate their results. And I find myself asking, why do I buy these products from this person at this time? Why am I giving over my money to them? And you not only start to understand human beings as to why they purchase things, you will understand yourself, you understand what motivates you, what you're into, what you go crazy for, certain things that when companies dangle the carrot, you just can't help but buy. For instance, with me, I love to buy these shoes. These New Balance shoes are fantastic for me running. And they also have reflective lights on the side, so that way if I'm running at night, cars can see. If you have a black trench coat, old money aesthetic, hey, I'm right there. I'm looking to buy it. And I realize that more about myself and kind of tailor my own needs now. And I really get why people would buy certain things. I get why things are more marketable, why certain things are popular, why certain trends take off. Because of certain triggers that people pull, that companies pull in people. Those are the 6 things. Now there's obviously more, but those are, say, the 6 main things that are really going to benefit you from getting into business. Like I said, businesses will help you understand the world. All right, and business does, in fact, make the world go round. And despite what a lot of people say, the world is run on money, because money is what? It's value. It's value incarnate. It used to be a bar of gold. Now it is the dollar. Or coins or cents or rupees, wherever you're from. Most things in life are a business. So like I mentioned with that before, business is going to get you so many... It's actually a great conversation starter. It's going to get you into so many doors, into so many rooms. Because like it or not, everyone deals with business. You can find the chef is all about food and everything. What if he doesn't care about houses? Or what if you're the guy who does sports? What if you're the girl who does people's hair? I don't really care about hair and women's wigs. I do care about money, though. And everybody cares about money. Despite what they might tell you, everyone does care about money, and everyone needs money. Certain people are very passionate about their businesses, and that's another thing, too, where it is not just about the money. It is also about the passion that it brings certain entrepreneurs. And an entrepreneur is the best thing you could be. I would say, I was going to say in the modern day, but I'd say throughout all time, is that being an entrepreneur is so rewarding and there's so much to it that benefits you really in your soul when you understand yourself and you understand your group of people that you're selling to, that you really are more like a leader to them and you're helping them on this path and it's really fulfilling. You're helping put something out into the world, into humanity. So, in the end, it's not just personal. It's just business. Simply put, most of our lives are a business. The way you run your household, the way you are ran in someone else's household. Your car is what? Run a business. Insurance, your relationship, things you buy when you go to the movies, the food you get, all of it is a business that you are subconsciously into. And the society that we're in. But the thing is, it's not completely over. You could either let yourself be consumed by nihilism. A lot of people are nihilistic and say everyone's money hungry and greedy. And, well, yes, that can be true to some people. I would say not all of them. I'd say business, I think, in itself is a good thing because you're providing someone with value. You can either let yourself become nihilistic and think that the world is doomed and America is a melting pot of just commerce. Or you could see it as so many different people bringing their ideas and reaching so many different people, like different groups, diverse. You know, the health fitness industry helps so many people, and those same people are helped by car dealerships. If you get a good deal on your car. Lamborghini business it's a good business. Jacket business, where I got this shirt, I'd say that's pretty good. You've helped me feel more like I'm part of that old money aesthetic. And I would say, I think that's a beautiful thing. I think business really is a beautiful thing. And capitalism is not the evil end of humanity that a lot of people make it out to be. I think that capitalism can be very beneficial. I think that a lot of people can pervert it, but just because something could be perverted and wrong doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Like people's relationships. People getting into relationships all the time. Relationships can be abusive. They can be horrible and wrong. That doesn't mean they're not a beautiful thing. I think with most abstract ideas or sort of concepts, they can be a bad thing in excess or perverted the bad way, or perverted in a wrong way. But I think by and large, a lot of these things definitely have good sides to it and can be primarily used as such if you believe it so. So, in the end, it's not personal, it's just business. Build your own MBA. And the way to do that is to follow me, where I'm going to teach you how to make your own personal MBA. At home, without going to business school, you will learn right here on YouTube for free. Alright? I feel like I need a catchphrase or something to end these videos off.